you have difficulty connecting shapes on the fretboard and learning all the different places that you can play scales, arpeggios, triads, then this lesson is for you. What I actually played in the intro was a lot of the same things, just in different places. This lesson is entirely based around B minor, so the first thing to do, this seems really trivial, but it isn't, you've got to know this, where all the B's are. So there's a B on the 2nd fret of the A string. Guitarists have a caged system that they use to map out shapes across the neck, and whereas we don't really have that, we can use octaves. I'm sure you know this, but if you're on the 2nd fret and you want the next octave, you just go 2 frets across, 2 strings down, higher in pitch, and you get the octave. If you place your first finger there, on that B, there's another octave pattern there, diagonally and backwards. So first finger 4th fret G string, little finger 7th fret E string. There, we have that same octave pattern again, A and G strings, E and D strings. If we want to find an octave on the adjacent string, we just go up 7 frets, go to the next string, and you have it. There's that octave pattern there. And on the same string, it's just 12 frets separating the octave. Once you have those down, you can find, in this case, a B anywhere. Then we want to learn how to play various bits and pieces on those notes using different fingers. Let me show you. So, very simple is a B minor triad. The notes B, D, and F sharp. Let's use finger numbers here. I'm using 1, 4, and 3. We have a root, a flat third, and a fifth. It's very important to know them as such. If you go to the 7th fret of the E string, that pattern can be reeled off. Anywhere there's a B, you can do that. What we want, though, is to also be able to play that same thing using different fingers. So now put your 2nd finger there, and we've got the B, D, F sharp. Well, the F sharp's in the same place it was before, but the D, that flat third, is now here, 5th fret of the A string. Each of these is a different pattern to learn, but listen to the sound, it's the same. That's the same root, same flat third. This time the 5th is on the 4th fret of the D string, the F sharp. The point being, wherever I find one of those B's we found earlier, you can play a pattern off any finger and not be restricted to that one fingering pattern that you know, probably also in just one place. This opens up the entire fretboard. Experiment with this, because if I do this, I can connect up those 2 different places and then start again and again. So that was just that 1, 4, 3 pattern. When I get to the B again here, it's the same thing. Now that sounds very much like an exercise, doesn't it? Over the backing track, that doesn't sound like a bass line, but they're notes that can be used in a bass line, like this. Use space. Expand to make up fills. And most chord progressions go somewhere else. In this lesson, we'll stick to this one place in order to explore this a little more. So, first finger, 2nd finger, little finger. Let's add a note. Let's add the E, which is a 4th. Let's do the same thing. So I'm now on the B, which is the 7th fret of the E string, and if you want finger numbers, it's 1, 4, 1, 3. If you put your 2nd finger there, we're reaching out to the flat third now. Learn them as patterns. On one string, a flat third is 3 frets up from the root. On 2 strings, it's like 2 frets that way, 1 string that way. It's the same sound, same interval. Okay, that was the same thing. Either that pattern or that pattern. I'll reiterate, you need to know the octave patterns to know where, in this case, the B is. And then you just reel off that pattern anywhere. If you started with your third finger, you could slide. That's where we start to get things that sound a bit more musical. By the way, in between those two notes is a flat 5, which is a blues scale. See what I mean in the fact that it's the same shape, but it just sounds more expanded. You can express yourself more because you know the thing in different places. Let's extend the arpeggio, and all that means to do is that you have 1, 3, 5, that's a triad. 7, that's a 7th arpeggio. Keep going, 9, 11, 13. When you do that, you're stacking up a scale in thirds, if you think about it. This is B minor 7, a static chord. We're using the B Dorian mode. And all we're doing is starting on the 1, the B, missing out a note every time we get the extended arpeggio. So here it is starting with the second finger, 2. This is finger numbers I'm saying, so 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 4. But it's a root, flat 3rd, 5th, flat 7th, 9th and 11th. I'm going to ignore that note for now, just keep it in one hand position. If you start on the first finger, on the root on the A string, you get something quite interesting. There's that flat 3rd pattern where it's the B and then 1, 2, 3 frets across. That's a minor 3rd or flat 3rd interval. Okay, if you go to the next string up 2 frets and the next string up 2 frets, you get that same shape as here, but now from here. Now that is a great workout. If you're practicing this or playing this in a solo, you don't have to start from the root. You don't have to play all the notes. You can change rhythms. This isn't going to sound that great because the backing track doesn't really fit. So all those notes are there. You don't have to use them all. If I was playing this in a band or something, but every now and again, you can use them. All that was there, just going to the B here, and playing an arpeggio, just starting with the little finger. That's what we did before, except I added a 7 there. I did mention this was a Dorian thing, right? So 3 note per string patterns I think are really useful. We have 1 finger per fret at the top here, and here a bit of extended fingering. Very quickly, a Dorian mode is the 2nd mode of a major scale. So that's the 2nd mode of an A major scale, which has the notes A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. And a B Dorian mode is just those notes. You just start on B. That's all it is. That's a very good way to learn the notes, the note names on your bass. Play the mode, know what notes are in that mode. So B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A, B, and call them out as you play. Then you learn a couple of patterns. You learn that those two strings share notes on the same fret, as do these. There's that arpeggio lying neatly within that shape. And that's what happens if you start on the second finger there. And that's what happens if you start with the little finger. This is what happens if you start with the first finger. See what I mean about knowing off the first finger, off the second finger, off the little finger? You're forced into different areas of the bass, even though the notes are the same. Another thing I think is really useful is to learn the mode or scale, whatever you're learning, on one string. It helps to visualize it. So this is a B, and we see that there's a whole step followed by a half step. Then, after that, there are 3 whole steps. A half step and a whole step. That is the formula of a Dorian mode, and you learn it after a while. You learn that the first notes are that. And again, look, first finger, second finger, the little finger. I can play, I've restricted myself just to the first 3 notes, but I can play all of those in these different directions, and it really is. Look, this is going this way, this is going this way, and this is sort of a mixture. Now this would be good for scale runs and solos and melodies and things like that. And definitely it's playing too many notes. Just because you can play all those notes doesn't mean you have to. The way I would recommend practicing this is at your own pace. So at the end there, I was throwing a lot at you, but at the beginning, I was asking you to find Bs, and that's it. Also, you know, preferably quickly. So that's not that easy to do. So you go at your own pace. Make sure you can find the Bs everywhere, and that it takes you however long it takes you, who cares, right? Then you might just add the triad in the different fingering patterns. And any others you can find, you'll find others. Make sure that you really know what you're on. Flat third, fifth, flat third. Then you can move the shapes to all the different roots, and you should do that as well, all 12 different roots. Then we have different qualities, dominant 7th, major 7th, etc. But this same principle works for any of those. And a minor triad differs from a major triad in just one note, and it's really easy when you know how. Which leads me to say that if you want to get into any of this stuff more, if you want all of these shapes mapped out with fretboard diagrams, loads of backing tracks, loads of examples, I have a music theory course that goes into this in a lot of depth. The bottom line though is once you learn your fretboard and you learn the different intervals that you can spring off in every different direction, it'll open up your playing in a massive way. Thanks very much for watching. Take a look at this lesson and I'll see you next time.